Hey guys, welcome back to That's Mr. Camper. We got a behind the scenes look today of Gears of War 1 remastered, the cinematics that are going into the Gears of War 1 campaign. And I got to tell you, I've seen it several times and it looks absolutely fantastic. It's a short little 3-minute video, but I loop it around for 3 minutes longer and I dub down the audio so I can tell you a couple of things that I noticed, what I was feeling at that particular moment in time when they redrew some of the cinematics for Marcus and Kim. And I would love to hear what you guys think about what they're doing to your Gears of War, something that you and I both really are passionate about. Leave it in the comments section, and if you like the video, smash that like button. I hope you enjoy the video and stick around to the end and see what I got to say, and I would love to hear what you guys want to talk about for Gears of War Ultimate Edition. Have a great week.
You know, when I sat down with Kyle looking at cinematics, the first thing we did on all of them is we sat together and we said, what was the intention? And so I was like, hey, the reason he salutes there, or the reason he kind of hesitates there, or the reason what we were trying to get across was this. Now's our time. And so Kyle and I went back through and found places where we can say, oh, this is more meaningful, this is more interesting, this is how we would have done it if we had the time originally.
You know, our first step in the process was to sit down and watch everything and get Rod's feedback on it and really kind of focus on those key moments that he wanted to really, nail. So what we wanted to do was work on Rom's execution of Min.
There's a lot that went into that moment and trying to make you hate Rom, show his power, and then transition the power within the squad to Marcus.
On all the cinematics for this Gears game, we kind of had already a template in place from the original. We tried to punch up some of the sequences, and storyboarding was kind of integral to that, kind of figuring out what we wanted to play up, when we wanted to kind of keep the same.
We wanted to get it a lot grittier, and that was really fun, as far as, especially from an animation standpoint, because we could really, we had these big stunt guys that came in and picked each other up and stabbed and like kicked them across the room, which was really fun to shoot. The animators had a great time working on that as well.
The death of Min was really challenging. Whenever we get an effects shot, we just want to go in and blow the person apart. But of course, with Min, we had to be restrained.
We added more edits, more cuts, but tried to keep that kind of documentary handheld style, almost like an opera. Like it's this gory scene, but you want to kind of make it beautiful too.
So we can get really tight on characters now. We can do full facial close-ups and get all the subtlety. It's a lot more believable, and it's a lot, it's definitely grounded more in reality now.
So, even the details of the wrinkles and the skin sliding over bone and all of those kind of things really help to sell the emotion of those characters.
Now when we show Marcus watching Min get executed by Rom, we get right up in his face. So you can just kind of see the emotion, and it's really believable.
When you look at Chopper Crash, the original Chopper Crash, Min spends a lot of time kind of unaware of Rom behind him. We had him like notice sooner and turn, and then try to shoot and try to take on Rom, and then Rom defeats him even though he's sort of bringing the attack. Smooth this out, but also put some more meaning into Min's death, that he actually didn't just get caught by surprise, that he actually saw the threat and attempted taking it head on, but still to no avail.
We will win this war. It's only a matter of time.
Well, what'd you think? It was pretty sweet, huh? And just think that they did that for the entire game. Carmine's death. Every time that pops up and I play the campaign through, I'm just waiting for Carmine to get popped in the dome. And they could have just ported this over. You guys, they've invested so much time and effort into getting things done. And yeah, they had a couple studios help them out, but they had a huge hand in this. The animatronics that they're going through here, I was thinking, what scene is that? And as soon as this happened, man, that's so much better than them just running in there to fight the Berserker. I mean, they have put so much time and effort to make this. Not only, I think the multiplayer is going to be great, but the campaign, them putting so much effort into the campaign, the facial features, they could have just done it the lazy man's way. They added a little fire back there towards the back, which I think is absolutely great for the crash, the helicopter crash that went through there, and Marcus being restrained by Dom. And the other thing is, I was on the fence here, and you notice the little cartoons off to the right. That's what they tried to do originally in the Gears, but they ran out of time, I think, is what they were talking about. But I was on the fence of whether I liked that, where Min actually got to fight back. But, you know, Min, he deserved to fight back a little bit. The way he just got sucker punched in the first one, now that I'm thinking about it after watching it a couple times, I'm kind of glad that he at least gets to throw in a couple punches and just doesn't get knocked out. But it looks absolutely fantastic. The cutscenes, just the few little snippets that we've seen here with Marcus at the very first, and we see Kim's death and Rom, and the added cutscene where Marcus slices through the Locust's artery, I think is just absolutely fantastic. And it's so weird that they can manipulate people's faces on a computer. I just can't wrap my brain of how much detail they can put into these video games now. And just think, they're doing that for your Gears of War, the game that you and I both love. I think that they're showing it an immense amount of love and doing what they need to do to make sure that Gears of War comes back in a big way. Rom is freaking huge. Did you see how much bigger than Kim he is? That's crazy. And I am so looking forward to this game coming out. The campaign, I can't decide whether I'm going to play the campaign first just to see all the new cutscenes, or I'm going to go straight into the multiplayer, or just binge and Red Bullet the whole week. I hope you guys enjoyed the video. Like, subscribe if you haven't, and we'll see you guys later. Have a fantastic week.